Hello my keto peeps, it's Samaya and welcome back to my channel, I Don't Sugarcoat. Today I have another awesome recipe for you guys, so let's get started. Okay you guys, today's recipe is going to be super simple, super easy, and super quick. Today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious flaky pie crust, you guys. I can't express how delicious I think this pie crust is. I really love it. I think it's really fabulous and I feel like you guys are going to love it too. Before we get started though, you guys, I just want to say I am so happy, so excited because we reached 500 subscribers, you guys. Actually, at this moment, I believe we're at like maybe 518 subscribers. So you guys are totally awesome. I am so happy that you guys have joined on and have subscribed and you're following me and you're enjoying my recipes. You guys are so amazing and I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. And now that I've reached the 500 subscriber mark, I can now go ahead and leave you guys some affiliate links that some of you have asked me about. I wasn't able to do it before, so now in my videos I will be able to leave links to the products that I use to make it easier for you guys to find. And it not only makes it easier for you guys to find, but I also get a small commission when you guys use those links, and that will go a long ways to helping me keep this channel up and going. So thank you guys so much for coming and welcoming me and just being here for me and allowing me to introduce you to my recipes. So let's go ahead and get started with making this flaky pie crust. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a half a cup of Lupin flour, you guys. As you know, I love this stuff. I use it all the time now. So we're gonna go ahead and add this to our bowl. And to this, we're gonna add half a cup of oat fiber. You guys, I told you in a couple of videos that I was using a new oat fiber, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I love this stuff. I will not be going back to using the Anthony's brand. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I love this. I mainly love this because it has 0 net carbs and it is just really, I don't know, it's just so light and airy, and it has really changed the textures of the things that I've been making and using it in. So I just really love this. Can you guys see it? Like, it's just, I don't know, it's so much like flour, but not in the way that, you know, traditional flour is. It just texture wise, so it really helps change the textures of the things that I've been using it in. So this is now my new go-to. I believe it's made by Life Source, and I will go ahead and leave you guys a link for this in the description of the video. But you guys, I love it. I think you guys will love it, especially since this has no carbs. It's 0 net carbs, and Anthony's does have carbs. So you guys are gonna love this. I recommend you guys giving it a shot and seeing how you feel about it. So we're gonna go ahead and add this half a cup to our half a cup of Lupin. And now we're gonna add 1/4 of a cup of Vital Wheat gluten. Now I know you guys, there are some of you out there who are gluten intolerant, and you know, I get a lot of questions sometimes asking if you can take the gluten out of certain recipes and whatnot and exchange it for other things. And I don't know if you'll be able to take the gluten out of this and still end up with a flaky crust, because what I've discovered from using Vital Wheat gluten is that it helps to make these other flours act more like a traditional flour. So it really helps them to come together, to bind together, to, you know, I really can't describe it all the way. I just know the difference from when I wasn't using it to now that I am using it, and it just changes things and it makes it, like I said, act more like a traditional flour. So you could try to take this out of the recipe and maybe just add you know, more vital wheat gluten and Lupin flour to it and see if the crust will come out that way. But for me, I'm going to be using this, and I get it. Some of you are not on the bandwagon for it. I understand, but please do not begrudge and judge me for using it, because I can tolerate it, you know. So, you know, I'll just leave it at that. I'm going to be using it. If you don't want to use it, if you can't use it, you can always try to sub it out and see if it works. I don't know, because I have not tried to make it that way, you guys. So I'm going to add 1/4 cup of vital wheat gluten. Okay, and then we're just going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt to this. And we're going to give this a quick mix. And this is all there is as far as dry ingredients. It's very simple. So how have you guys been doing? I have totally missed you guys. I know I haven't posted a video in probably like 2 weeks when this comes out, but I've been super busy, you guys, and I try to do this as often as I can, but you know, it is what it is. So I have been, okay, I'm gonna pause that right there. We're gonna get this added to our food processor, and you can always do this in the bowl. If you don't have a food processor, you can take the 1/2 cup of cubed butter, and you want it to be cold, and you can use like one of those those dough cutters and cut the butter into your dough if you don't have a food processor. So you can always do it that way and still be able to get the dough all nice and mixed together. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this added to here. And we're just gonna add all of it. And now we're gonna go ahead and add in our 1 stick or 1/2 cup of cubed cold butter. And we're just going to give this a few pulses to get it nice and crumbly. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and add in some ice cold water. And you can do it a tablespoon at a time. I tend to just put in the whole 1/4 cup, because that's pretty much what I use anyway, 4 tablespoons, 1/4 cup. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to this. And my ice cubes have melted, so I want to make sure that I don't add more than the 1/4 cup. So I'm just going to pay attention to how much I'm adding here. Okay. And then we're gonna let this mix until it forms a ball, you guys. And so I need to add just a little more water to mine, but it's starting to come together. And if you have some stuck around the sides, just go ahead and scrape that down into the rest of it. And just go ahead and turn it back on. Okay, and so yes, this is exactly the texture we want. It's nice and soft. And so we're gonna go ahead and take this out of here and get this put on some saran wrap, because we're gonna need to put this in the refrigerator, guys. Anyway, so during this time of quarantine, I have been picking up some old hobbies of mine again. So I've started sewing again, and I haven't sewed in like 4 years, you guys. Mostly because, you know, when I moved to Texas, I downsized in space. And so I didn't have room to, you know, have my sewing machine and stuff set up. And I just kind of left it packed in boxes. But since we've been going through this time of crisis, and we've been needing to protect ourselves with face masks and things like that, I decided to make some for my family. So I went to the store, and, you know, they were very, very good about, you know, sticking with the social distancing and having people wait outside, no more than 10 people in the store at a time. Most people wore masks. I had a mask on, and we just had to stand outside and wait. And you guys, it took 2 hours, like 2 hours and 10 minutes before I actually got in the store. Okay guys, so go ahead and let's get our dough rolled into a nice ball. We don't want to touch it too much because we don't want to really melt that butter down. So we just want to get it rolled into a nice ball, and then we're going to get this put in the refrigerator for the next 4 hours. I know that seems like a long time, but it's going to need that time to come together and be ready for us to use it. So I'll just finish the story real quick. So anyway, I get in the store, I get the materials, and I make the mask. And you guys, that part wasn't hard. Like, you know, I've been sewing before, so that was, you know, easy. I sewed like probably maybe 7 masks. I spent the morning sewing up some masks for my family, and that was great. But it like re-sparked that fire that I had for sewing, you guys. And I was like, you know what? I want to take on a bigger project. And so the one thing I've been needing is an apron, because I get my clothes dirty sometimes when I'm cooking with flours and all that stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make an apron. And one of my favorite, I don't want to call her a YouTuber, but that's how I discovered her, because she's more than a YouTuber. She's a seamstress, a businesswoman. I just love her. Her name is Mimi G, and she's the reason that I started sewing in the first place, like many years ago. Probably about, not that many, maybe like 6 years ago, right? So she's the reason why I started sewing. So anyway, I saw that she had just put out a video for an apron, and I'm like, oh, I gotta try this. So I go, I do it. I spent yesterday making it. Let's just say it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not that great. It's not horrible, but I'm gonna finish it because I made it out of jean. I made it out of denim, and I'm gonna finish distressing it and maybe doing some other stuff to it. And I will show you guys what I end up making, but I was like, you know what? I'm rusty. I need to practice. So I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, start taking her online courses and whatnot to get better at sewing again. So I just wanted to share with you guys what I've been doing and with my little bit of free time that I have. What have you guys been doing during this time of quarantine? Leave me some comments. Let me know what you guys have been doing. So now that I'm done with that stuff, okay, we've got our dough in some saran wrap. We're gonna put this in the refrigerator for 4 hours, you guys, and that's it. You can take this and make whatever you want with this flaky pie crust. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna love it, you guys, I promise you. And so that concludes this video, you guys. I know this one was a short one. It was quick. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you guys are new here, don't forget to click that subscribe button, and don't forget to click that little bell so you can get notifications every time I upload a new video. And until next time, you guys, bye.